Here he is.
I said 7:42.
Huh?
I said I said 7:42.
Did
That's
you?
the time we were doing this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I recall a little 7:30 action, and after calling you twice, I figured, fuck it, let's see how long till he calls me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So here we are. Off to
Well, I gotta
off to
tell
a
you
great
what I was
start
doing.
already. Off to a great start already.
Okay, let me tell you what I was doing. Let
Yeah.
me let me get. I mean, you want stories, pal.
Oh,
I got stories.
does this involve watching porn?
You sick fuck you. I
Please.
mean, listen. I know your days are probably filled with that stuff, but
I, I
you
wish
know.
I wish I had time for that. I'm so busy over here.
What are you busy doing?
I don't know. I'm just fucking. I just knew that would get a
Oh,
reaction out of you.
yeah. Well, so I told you 7:30, right?
Yeah. After
Right.
after we had originally said like 6:30, because you were
Right.
like in 2 hours of dead stop traffic or something like that.
So it took me 2.5 hours to go 50 miles today.
Good. I'm glad. I told you this on
Yeah.
the phone. I'm so
Right.
happy that you were like stuck in the car. Probably had to really go to the bathroom really bad.
Well,
I'm glad. Good.
hold on here. There's a story. So I had to go to the bathroom. So I'm driving. Traffic is bad. There's a good section where there's nowhere to get off and exit. So I'm getting closer to my exit, but I'm like, there's a chance I'm not going to make it. Just there's that chance.
Not make it in what regard?
I look. There's a couple of reasons. One, I was falling asleep driving.
Mm-hmm.
I could not keep my eyes open. Like I was dozing off, smacking my face, smacking my legs. I'm out the window like a dog. I I was like, I gotta get a cup of coffee. I gotta pee. Like Dunkin' Donuts, point 0.6 miles off the exit. I get off the exit. There's no Dunkin' Donuts. It doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. It's not there.
Like not even
So
a building that used to be Dunkin'
no,
Donuts.
no.
Maybe
There
it was the
one
other
building.
direction. Maybe it was the other direction.
Well, there was one building that looked like it was a shell. Like it was a shell of a building. Like there was a building there at one point. Maybe that was the Dunkin' Donuts. It's not there anymore. So I got back on. I ended up getting home. 2.5 hours to go 50 miles. I run in the house, and what do you think the first thing is I do? I go to the bathroom, right?
Oh, I figured you had to pass the refrigerator on the way to the bathroom that you might have stopped and grabbed
The
like.
bathroom's actually first when you walk in. So
Oh, okay.
I now my pee turned to a poop. So I was like, I gotta go. So I sat down and I'm like, okay, I got some time. This was a rough one. So you called. You called during the wiping stage. I wasn't going to answer, so I was like, he's going to have to wait. So I get done wiping. In between your first call and your second call, I get a phone call. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, here's story time. So
here. Oh, now we're in the story time.
oh, that wasn't the story.
Okay.
That was like the pre-story. So I used to live in Charlotte, North Carolina many moons ago. My old neighbors there have kids the same age as my kids. So he calls me. He was texting me while I was taking a dump, and I was like, he was asking me if Lex wanted to go to this Olivia Rodrigo concert. Do you know who Olivia Rodrigo is? You ever heard of her?
I know the name. I can't say I know what she sings or whatever. I'm sure I've heard what she sings too. I just don't know that's. I just don't know.
Lots of TikTok songs.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean,
So,
I don't know the name.
But she's a a young girl, super depressing. Like when Lex plays it in the car, I'm like Lex, like seriously, if you don't turn this off, like this is the most depressing music ever. Like it's fucking depressing.
Mm-hmm.
Why kids like it, I don't know. Anyway, she announced on Friday that she's gonna tour next year. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. But you have to have an early access code to get. You can't just buy tickets anymore. Remember when you were young and you go to a concert? You just buy the fucking tickets. You go to the concert.
Right.
You can't do that anymore. you got to send an email 6 days prior. You got to get on a waiting list and a special code. And if you don't have that code, you can't even buy tickets. And
I think some of that, to be honest, may be to kind of confound scalpers a little bit, maybe.
So here's my thing, though. It's not. It's actually making it worse because they're only limiting 4 tickets per person. The scalpers figured out the gimmick. They've got multiple computers with multiple codes. Once you have that code, you're guaranteed 4 tickets. So they're buying all these tickets, and then people like Lex go and it says, even though you signed up 2 minutes after the waiting list was available, there's no tickets left. Like, it's the strangest thing. So anyway, the guy was texting me, did Lex want to go? And I said, we can't get early access. So he didn't text back. You called, I'm wiping. I finish the wipe, I flush. The toilet gets clogged. Okay? So the toilet's clogged.
I think one out of every 3 shits you take, you clog a toilet.
Yeah, yes. Well, so now the toilet's clogged, but he calls me. Like, I couldn't even, get the plunger. So I answer the phone, and he's like, hey, we have early access. Then you call. But now I don't want to – I know the podcast is very important, but now I've got somebody with early access that I could make my daughter happy with a ticket to Olivia Rodrigo. So I was like, Ben's going to have to wait. So this guy's going to get 4 tickets. So his 2 daughters, Lex can go, and either Lex's friend or here's the best part. Here's the real story now. He's like, or you can chaperone. I'm like, whoa. How do I get picked to chaperone 3 teenage girls going to an Olivia Rodrigo concert? They're like, well, you're like the cool TikTok guy. I'm like, listen, I don't listen to this girl. I don't like her. It's depressing. Why do I have to go there? Like, I don't want to go do this. Anyway, they're going to get the tickets. Then I didn't call you back because I had to go back to the plunging. So I went back to the plunging because my fear is that Nick is coming down to shower and I'm in his bathroom and there's a giant Lincoln log in there and it stinks and he's going to lose his shit because I clogged this toilet.
That would be great. That now it makes me see. First of all, I was annoyed that since I have rivalries with your kids, first I was annoyed that I'm taking the back seat to your daughter being happy. But then if in the course of events it makes Nick the Dick miserable, then it's like I feel like I won on that exchange.
Oh, it gets better.
Okay.
So I'm plunging. It's not going down. So then I say to myself, I flushed so many times, the water's not it's not re-upping. So I said, let me give it a minute. But then I said, let me call you back and do the podcast. So currently there is a log in his toilet, unplunged, and he's going to go in there and shower any minute now. And the stench is unbelievable. So he's going to lose his shit.
Holy hell is going to break loose live on the podcast.
All hell is breaking loose.
I can't wait. And I love
if he goes in there and sees that right now.
The best thing's going to be when you tell him I couldn't do it. We have to do a podcast.
Sorry, pal.
Yeah.
You can plunge after.
It's your bathroom. You plunge it.
Right. So now I've got 2 more stories kind of around this. So last week, the same situation happened. I clogged his toilet, and I could hear him coming down the stairs like he was getting ready to shower. So I'm panic plunging, and you'll never guess what happened.
I love how you kind of live in fear of Nick the Dick, like panic plunging. I
just don't want to deal with him. But you'll never guess what happened during the panic plunge.
What?
I plunged so hard the water shot up and went all over my face, my shirt. I was covered in, my whole face was covered in poop water. It was on my lip, on my it's probably why I got a sinus infection. It was on my shirt.
These are scenes out of comedy movies.
And it happened, and I just dropped the plunger, let go of it. I literally just dropped it. I was like, oh my fucking God. It was all over my face, in my hair. It was the biggest splash ever. It was like a wave hit me. And I was so angry. I walked over to the sink. I washed my whole fucking face off. I finished plunging, and I was like, I have to go shower. I was literally covered in poop water all over my. It was on my lip. It hit my lip. Like the absolute worst panic
Good.
plunge ever.
Good. I'm
It's
happy.
not good. You know
This
what it is though? It's the plunger. I should have never bought the plunger from Dollar General. That's
You
the
cheap
problem.
motherfucker. This is cheap
It's the
fuckery
Dollar
biting you.
General plunger.
This is your cheap fuckery biting you in the ass yet again. Can I tell you one thing? I have two plungers.
Right.
I have one. I keep one in the shower and one next to the toilet because sometimes the shower gets a little doesn't drain that quickly, and a plunger works pretty well with it.
Right.
Those two plungers are the ones I bought as props for you as Mario when we did the wrestling.
Oh my God.
I've just had them ever since. They still work great, but I didn't get them at the Dollar General.
Yeah. Well.
So was that you?
I did. It was a mistake.
So was that the only? It seems like you had more than one of these stories.
Oh, I'm not done. So anyway, now that I have to, potentially go to this Olivia Rodrigo concert, I also got roped into two other concerts. I got roped into a Billie Eilish concert in February that I have to take Lex to. Me and Lex are going, and it's Billie Eilish. Like, I know maybe one song. She just sounds so depressed. Like, what are you depressed about? You're like 15. Like, if you're depressed now at 15, it gets a lot fucking worse. I hate to tell you. It's like,
who, the singer?
She's
crazy. Older than 15.
Whatever she is. Anyway,
she's in her 20s.
I have to go to that concert, and I got stuck going to a concert I bought it for Lex for April of a guy named Jaden Hustler. Hustler, I don't know what his name is. He is a TikTok star with 20 million followers who all of a sudden became a singer. I said, let me listen to your song. He is literally a guy who got famous on TikTok and then was like, I'm going to be a singer. And he thinks he can sing, but he can't sing. But he's such a big TikTok star, people are still buying tickets to go see him, even though he can't sing. Like, he's horrible. Like, it's like, if I ever get 20 million followers, I'm becoming a fucking singer. Because if they can do it, so can I. It's insane. So now I'm stuck going to two. How did I become the concert guy?
I don't know.
I don't like going to concerts.
And to have to go to concerts that don't even appeal to you is the tough part of it.
Now I will say, the opening act for Billie Eilish is Will Smith's daughter, Willow Smith. She's the girl that sings the TikTok song, "Cut a Vibe, Baby, Are You Coming for the Ride?" I was like, oh, I could do the TikTok. Like, I know that one. Like, I know that song. I'm gonna be the 40-year-old guy in the crowd. I'll be 41 at that point, doing the "Cut a Vibe, Baby, Are You Coming for the Ride?" Like, I got excited a little bit.
Don't let anyone tell you can't sing.
I mean, apparently all I gotta do is TikTok famous.
Yeah. Well. Wow. You're in for a heavy schedule here. The next.
Well, and it's right. And to top it off, it's late. It's late. I haven't eaten since like 11:30 this morning, which, I started work today very early. We were doing this reindeer run, so we're all together and we're visiting different stores, and I didn't realize it was like 10 o'clock, and I was like, guys, what's for lunch? I'm starving. They're like, dude, it's 10 o'clock. I'm like, what? They're like, did you not eat breakfast? I was like, I don't know. I left the house at like 6 o'clock this morning. No, I didn't eat breakfast. So we ended up getting lunch at about 11:30. I'm just getting home. I'm starving. All I have is an Aldi pizza to throw in, the frozen pizza to throw in. You ever had an Aldi frozen pizza?
You like those, don't you? Those are
because they're full-size, large pizzas.
Yeah, they're gigantic. They're like flying saucers.
Right. So, these two schleps over here are bitching, and they're like, oh, this is what's for dinner? I was like, I mean, it's not like you can eat fucking cereal at this point. I don't even care.
Right.
It's late, and I'm not cooking a meal.
Just no milk, please.
No milk. Fucking, who does that?
Me.
Psychos.
Can't stand milk.
Even the people in the UK are like, "What is he crazy?"
I, t- I sent you another picture the other day of a bowl of
Oh, I saw it.
of dry.
Right.
I know you saw it. I'm telling them. I'm saying it on the podcast. I sent you a picture of a bowl of dry cinnamon toast crunch. I was eating like potato chips. Delicious, delicious. No milk necessary.
Delicious.
No milk necessary.
I mean, doesn't it get dry?
Yeah, but what do you pour milk on potato chips? They're dry too. What do you? What's your logic?
But you usually drink. What do you drink? A soda with it?
No, I just eat them. I mean, I have a glass of water if I get thirsty, but I mean, I'm
Wait
not.
a second. Wait a second. You eat a glass. Wait. You eat a glass of water? Drink a glass of water when you eat cereal?
I just have a glass of water in case I get thirsty. It's not to eat the cereal. The cereal I'm just eating dry. I eat a lot of things dry, and I don't need to like intermittently like wash it down with something. It's just food, man.
Hmm.
Don't make it weird. It's
It's,
not weird.
no, it's pretty fucking weird.
I feel like this is the third podcast in a row we're talking about it. We're kind of like I think we've worn out our welcome with that at this point.
And I think you're embarrassed.
No, I'm not embarrassed. I brought it up. How embarrassed could I be about it?
No, I don't know. You're right.
Yeah, I know. Like
Yeah.
usual. It's just good to hear it. It's just good to hear it come out of your mouth. It's so rare.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Yeah. Anyway.
I feel like I'm fired up tonight.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I really want to talk about your boy Howard Brody, but I feel like that's a topic that we can't really broach too much into, other than the fact that like apparently you can't tell Howard Brody anything. Telling Howard Brody's secret is like posting it on Facebook as your status.
Oh.
Apparently.
Oh yeah. No, he's actually cut off the secret list.
I
Like
can't.
he's done. He can't be told anything. Forget secrets. He can't tell that guy anything.
Right.
No, he's cut off.
Yeah.
He's cut off. Yeah, but I mean, we can't talk about the reason, but one day we will be able to. We'll be able to.
Hopefully soon.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what else you got going on over there?
Oh, nothing, man. Well, I've been waiting.
What'd you eat today? What'd you eat today?
What did I eat today? Why are you getting into
Yeah.
this? I had I'd have to look at my Instagram. Some kind of pasta thing with chicken
Oh, yeah.
and
Did you
like
post it?
yeah, and like some kind of like Italian meat that they included in it that you grill up, and it's sort of like bacon, but I forget the name of it, and it's like one of those Italian type dishes with bacon and cream sauce and peas and chicken, and
Oh.
it was good. It was good. It's from that HelloFresh deal, and I had that.
You like those HelloFresh deals?
Well, they're free for me. My roommate buys them.
Mm.
I cook them. He gets half. I get half. I get a free meal. What's not to like? Other than the fact that he's Joe Vanilla Face. Like that guy he's like in his 30s, and he still like cuts the crusts off his PB&Js when he makes them. Like
What?
he also eats cereal without milk. He let's see, what other weirdo, like he doesn't eat pork or fish. So it's like his diet's just boring. Like it's bland white bread, like the worst white bread too. Like that crappy like Pepperidge Farm white bread when he makes
It's
you
like,
know.
yeah.
It's like everything's like he's a good example of like when they make fun of white people for not seasoning their food. You know what I mean? Like this guy, like
Yeah.
like just everything's like bland. So when he picks off the menu for this HelloFresh stuff, it gets a little frustrating because nothing with any zing to it, nothing with any spice, and it's always just chicken or beef. There's no seafood stuff. There's no pork stuff. It gets a little boring. Yeah, even like he gets pizzas. It's like he likes, his toppings extra cheese. It's like Jesus Christ, dude, live a little.
Well, maybe at this point you should take over to, take over the ordering part too, and be like, hey,
Well, yeah, I know his limitations, so maybe I should to just jazz it up a little. Just play jazz.
and you could just sell it as you sell it as like, hey, I'll take over and take it off your plate, and I'll cook it for you. You gotta make it sound like it's like you're doing him a favor.
We've got this scam going. We've got this scam going where they can't. For some reason, they're incapable of delivering it on Fridays. So he's got this gimmick going where he's like, I'm out of town on Thursdays. They have to come on Friday. If they come on Thursday, they're going to sit on the porch all day and not be good by the time I get home on Friday. And so the package always, like, I'd say 9 times out of 10 comes on Thursday. He gets on the phone, yells at them. We get a credit for the following week plus like extra. So like we're like,
and it does it again.
We're like $270. We have like $270 in back credits on HelloFresh boxes because they just can't seem to, like 9 times out of 10 again, they just can't seem to deliver it on Friday. So when it comes on Thursday, they get yelled at, and they don't know that I'm home to get it, whether he is or not. So we keep eating for free basically most weeks.
What would be great now is that like you just gave out the secret, and now everyone starts doing it. That we get like 50 people from the podcast start doing it, and then next thing you know, you've ruined it for everybody. Like nobody can get the free food anymore. You just cut off.
Right. Well, but I mean, here's the thing.
Or Huss gets a call back, and he gets the call, and they're like,
we're on to you.
They're like, sir, we have to talk to you, and he's like, what? He's like, we're on to you. We got 50 orders. Your roommate. We're seeing online people writing reviews. Oh, thanks to the Breakfast Club.
Your roommate Howard Brody to you.
yeah, you totally got Howard live on the radio, on air.
Gave up the secret. Yeah, I mean, look, if they're gonna make it like where you could choose the day it gets delivered to you, then when they don't hit the day that's on, so maybe
I'm confused as how they're not hitting the day. What is their deal?
Yeah, I don't know. It's full retard over there. They've gone full retard.
I feel like they're like somebody's like missing the memo.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
They're supposed to deliver it to our door also, and that only happens once out of every 10 times. The rest of the time it goes down to the mailroom, and the mailroom is like, it's got lockers, and there's these little like there's these little touchpad screens, and you type in your code, and the door opens, and there's your thing. But when those are all full, they just leave them on the floor in the mailroom. So like like if someone's a little tight on cash, they might want to pop in every day of the week and see if there's a HelloFresh box, on the ground and that no one's picked up yet. Free food, because it's not just us that orders that stuff. There's a lot of people that get those HelloFresh boxes. So.
Right. Well, so let me tell you what I had ordered from Nutrition Solutions, and I thought it was Nutrition Solutions makes like a packaged meal for you, same thing, but it's already cooked. You just microwave it, and it's healthy options. So I did this thing. It was like 7 days of meals, $140. Some Black Friday special. Well, I realized I ordered it. I got the 7 meals, or the 7 days of meals, and then like the Thursday of that week, I got an email and said, getting ready to package up your next week of meals. And I'm like, whoa, what? I didn't realize it was $140 subscription a month, a week.
Yeah, recurring. Unless
So I canceled. I did the immediate cancel. Well, the meals still showed up that next week. So I canceled it. They didn't charge me, and the meal still showed up.
Oh, they didn't charge you? That's interesting. I figured once it shipped,
no, because I think it didn't ship yet. It said that they were like getting ready to package it up.
Look at you.
And I was like, whoa.
We're both,
and I canceled it.
We're both scamming meal delivery companies here.
No charge, but the meals came.
Yeah, so how are those?
They're actually, I would say they are really good. Like the taste wise is great, but it's not enough food.
Right. I told you what was going to happen with those for you. That you'd find yourself eating 3 of them instead of 1.
Yeah. So I mean, good stuff. But yeah, I mean, I
think Nutrition Solutions is the one that'll a lot of the pro wrestlers.
So Edge, Undertaker, Jinder Mahal, Christian. They're all on like their main page.
They're like pretty good about
Yeah.
delivering to wherever they are traveling around the country.
Right.
So
And their quality. It's just it's not enough food. Like
not for
you
not
know.
for us who don't have whatever gene it is that tells you you're full. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Listen,
I guess I wasn't born with that.
no, I wasn't either. Apparently, or if
Yeah.
I did
So,
have it, it broke.
right. Mine's broken too.
Yeah.
Long ago. So yeah. Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't even have. I got those stories out pretty fast. I thought it was going to take a little longer here today. Just thought the stories would take a little longer.
Yeah.
It's
So
also, I got to be honest with you. I'm walking past this pizza 5-6 times over here. I'm dying.
pots and pans already. Not even 30 minutes in.
No, the pizza's already cooked.
Disgusting.
I'm late to it. There's 2 slices stolen already.
I need to know.
Let's say 2 slices.
Yeah, I need to know what did you ever hear back from your friends at the Drew Barrymore show?
Oh, fuck her.
Can she still suck
Fuck
it?
her. She can suck it. I was at work and we were at lunch yesterday, and someone said like, "Oh, how's the TikTok thing going?" And I brought up the Drew Barrymore situation, and they're like, "What?" And I said, "Well," they said, "Why aren't you doing it?" I said, "Well, now I have to out myself to the entire table," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not vaccinated." And a couple of them are like, "Oh, I would have just done it," and then a couple of them are like, "Oh, that's bullshit," and they're like, "Shouldn't be forcing people." And so it's kind of like a mixed batch of who's and ahs. Well, then today we get to one of our spots, and one of the guys comes up and he gets real close. He's like real close, serious with me, and he goes, "Man, why didn't you just lie and said you got it?" I said, "I wasn't gonna lie to Drew Barrymore." He's like, "Should have
I'm
just
not
lied.
gonna
Should
lie
have just lied."
to Drew Barrymore.
I'm not gonna lie to Drew Barrymore.
She knows E.T.
Right. And she dated Tom Green. Come on.
Dated. She married that guy.
Married him. Yeah. So
Too much.
I was like, yeah.
You had too much respect for her, but in the same breath, you're also saying she could suck it. Yeah. All right. Well. Yeah. I don't know. I guess.
Yeah.
That's a missed opportunity. I thought more people would tell you you're an idiot. I mean, what would have happened if you had lied? You would have still had to show at some point show proof of vaccination, and you don't want to go to jail for faking one because that's a federal crime.
Right. I'm like, but this guy was like, if you could see, he's short, so he's like, his head is like at my chin. He got like real close, and I was like, yeah. And he just leaned in and he said, "Why would you just lie and say you got?" I was like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I'm not lying to Drew Barrymore."
I find that line so funny. I'm not lying to Drew Barrymore.
As if she was, yeah.
That might be the title of this podcast.
No, I was like, my real response to him was like, "I'm not lying to Drew Barrymore. Like, why would I lie to her? Like, I don't know. Maybe one day me and her can, mend this fence. We could put this broken fence back together and come together and share our creative, juices, and we can come together and make a powerful show."
It's gone sexual all of a sudden.
No, I didn't mean like that. Drew Barrymore was definitely not like my crush at all. Like, it was totally like Julia Roberts and Sandra Bullock, not Drew
Jesus,
Barrymore.
You've always been like for the MILF one, huh?
I mean, yeah. Oh, and Marissa Tomei.
Oh my God.
Which Big Vito dated her, by the way. So I don't know. She's tainted a little bit.
Wait a minute. No, hold.
You didn't know this?
Hold on a second.
You didn't know this.
Why would I know that? I'm calling bullshit, first of all.
No, he did. He dated her.
Lay it on me.
Big Vito dated Marissa Tomei before My Cousin Vinny.
So
then he broke up with her. Yeah, she wasn't famous yet.
Was
Then
he
she made my
wrestling yet?
cousin Vinny.
Was he wrestling yet at that point?
Yeah. And then she made my cousin Vinny and became an ultra star. And I'm sure just like he probably tried to get back and she was like, who are you? You know?
Who's this?
So,
New phone. Who this?
yeah. No, he did date her. No bullshit. No bullshit. No bullshit.
That right there tells me never think you don't have a shot. To be, I mean, the fact that now, granted, she was a nobody, but still, like, look at him, like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So,
by the way, I'm not a fan of Big Vito. In case anyone's curious, the guy's a total prick, and you know, he's your boy.
I mean, you got heat with Big Vito and Disco Inferno. I mean, that's like
all the schmuck,
WCW jobber status.
All the schmuck Italians in wrestling, not the real Italians. Right. All the schmuck Italians.
Schmucks, the two schmucks. Well, yeah. So I don't know. Anyway,
you threw it.
I got nothing else.
Like that's
Nick's chopping down on this fucking pizza over here. I'm not even gonna get a slice.
What's did we ever hear about the toilet situation? Did he take a shower?
No, he hasn't gone in yet. He's ready to, but he's eating first. So
tell him he probably shouldn't go in there on a full stomach.
Well, I tell you, I walked by the door and I mean, it's not smelling good.
I'm so this at least puts me in a good mood.
So, well, I got one more story before we go.
Okay.
And being that my two children, Dumb and Dumber over here, are standing here, I went to an after little thing dinner last night with work. I order them DoorDash. I get a phone call. It's Nick. He goes, "You're not going to believe what happened." And I said, "What happened?" "I'm not home. I'm an hour and 10 minutes away." DoorDash came, Lex opened the door, and a hummingbird flew in the house. Mind you, it's like 8 o'clock at night. I'm like, what? He's like, a hummingbird flew in the house, went under the Christmas tree, apparently flew around the entire kitchen, went upstairs. You ready for this part? This is the part where you're gonna lose it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Upstairs, in Nick's room, under his bed, and shit under his couch in his room. The bird went upstairs in Nick's room and took a dump under his couch in his room.
I mean, how big is a hummingbird? How would you even know it took a shit? I feel like the shits aren't that big.
First of all, you ever seen a hummingbird in person? They're fucking annoying. The sound is so irritating.
Do we have them in Florida?
You don't have them there. No, we have them here.
Yeah.
But they ended up shooing the hummingbird out the top door balcony and swatted him out. But the hummingbird pooped on the floor in his room under his couch. So, first of all, why is a hummingbird outside the door at 8 o'clock at night? It's pitch black. Second of all, how does that happen when I'm not home? Like, how do they allow that to happen?
I mean, it's it's totally on them. I mean, it's night, totally so it saw the lights and flew in.
No, there's no lights because I also came home and the house was pitch black because they didn't turn no damn lights on. So
yeah,
but yeah, whoever had a hummingbird fly in the house at 8 o'clock at night and shit on the floor and leave. Well, and I'm glad it's shit in his room under his couch.
Which just means which means that it'll still be there when you sell the house.
He says he got it. We'll see.
Yeah, he cleaned it.
So yeah, I don't know. All right, apparently I gotta go. I gotta buy Olivia Rodrigo tickets.
Since he's so good at cleaning up shitty situations, he's got
one. Plunge the toilet.
He's got one waiting for him.
True story. All right, I'm eating pizza.
All right, fat boy.
All right, goodbye.